In the Western world, particularly in the United States, Catholics often grow up with a tendency to absorb the Protestant and Enlightenment cultural ideas that inform and continue to exist in our society today. Many of these ideas, while they can be harmonized to some extent with Catholic principles, cannot ultimately express the truth about religion. One of these ideas that is most damaging is unrestricted freedom of the press and an aversion to persecution of false ideas. The Catholic Church does not recognize an unlimited value to freedom of the press because error and false ideas do not have rights in the way we might attribute rights to an individual person. The only thing that anyone has the right to is the truth. As Pope Pius XII says in Kyriace, that which does not correspond to truth or to the norm of morality objectively has no right to exist, to be spread, or to be activated. And furthermore, religious and moral error must always be impeded when it is possible, because toleration of them is in itself immoral. To be clear, the Catholic Church does believe in the rights of individual people. The same document from Pius XII also notes that men have rights to existence, respect from others, one's good name, their own culture and national character, and various other rights which are dictated by nature itself. Furthermore, men have the rights to think and act in the ways that their conscience dictates, for to violate one's conscience is an evil. As the Second Vatican Ecumenical Council notes, the human person has a right to religious freedom. This freedom means that all men are to be immune from coercion on the part of individuals or of social groups, and of any human power, in such wise that no one is to be forced to act in a manner contrary to their own beliefs, whether privately or publicly, whether alone or in association with others, within due limits. This within due limits is the important sticking point, however, because any good liberty to choose the good must not be confused with a license to do evil, and publishers and authors can have immense harm on the morals, habits, and spiritual life of individuals if left unchecked and uncorrected. In an apostolic letter, Pope Leo XIII further clarifies this point, writing, "These dangers, the confounding of license with liberty, the passion for discussing and pouring contempt upon any possible subject, the assumed right to hold whatever opinions one pleases upon any subject, and to set them forth in print to the world, have so wrapped minds in darkness that there is now a greater need for the Church's teaching office than ever before, lest people become unmindful both of conscience and of duty." It is certainly the case that not every secular government possesses the virtue needed for stamping out false ideas, since that government may itself not be based on Catholic principles, and would just as soon persecute Catholic truths as promote them. However, what this video is showing is that at least in principle, Catholics must take care that they do not elevate things like freedom of expression to such an exalted level that they are treated as unlimited in all cases, particularly with regard to spiritual matters and to principles of morality. In these cases, bad ideas can and should be thwarted where it is feasible to do so, without the risk of greater evil resulting therefrom.